Good morning to you all. I'm exactly 2 minutes, 120 seconds late this morning because I was doing something a little bit different to what I normally do. And here we are. It is now exactly 8:33 a.m. in the morning in Sydney on Sunday, which means it's 11:32 p.m. in London, Greenwich Mean Time on Saturday night, and 6:32 p.m. on Saturday night on the eastern seaboard of the United States of America. Today is going to be a very short and to the point bulletin and special edition on obviously why today's programming is going to be so different and so short. A lot of what we're seeing in the news today at the moment is very, very concerning. And as I was preparing the show for this week, I thought to myself, of all the things that we've learned through the program, we're now about to celebrate one full quarter of the year of Henry and Friends Live. And I've had guests from all around the world, and I've had you joining me, an amazing experience, and the experience will continue. But the one thing that I have learned so far is do what you feel is right. So while I was preparing this show this week, I just thought to myself, it just does not feel right to have a full show. And I dug down to the bottom of my soul, and there's a song in that and a chorus line, and I just thought to myself, today is a day of reflection. Today is a day not of making a political statement or a political announcement, but more it's a moment of reflection. So I have something very special for us to ponder, and I'm going to start the show, and I'm going to be introducing my father, who I called as a clip, and leave us all to reflect what is going on at the moment. Here we go. Well, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. I might have a little bit of a technical hitch because I've never done this before, but I've done a bit of a 2 minute and 30-second video asking my father about the situation in the Middle East and some solace, some reflection on what he believes is the way forward. I feel that it was something that we need to share together. We've shared a lot on Henry and Friends Live. We've always made sure it was not political, and that will continue. But we've also dug down and we've learned and we've cross-referenced. And I thought to myself, if now, not at any other time, this is a time to truly be reflective, to be mindful of your behavior, to be kind, to be responsive to other people's different opinions. We might not agree, we might not disagree, but obviously the solution in the Middle East is simply not working at the moment. It hasn't worked for years. Obviously, with a lot of my relatives in Tel Aviv, and they're hearing, bombs overhead, and they have been impacted on in Tel Aviv and right around the country. And additionally, I have Palestinian friends who are telling me about the horror on their side of the fence. And all we hear is about horror and distress and sirens. So what I thought was, first of all, to acknowledge that there is terrible, terrible trouble in the Middle of the East at the moment. Also to acknowledge that both sides, people are suffering and dying on both sides. And at some point, we, from this show, want to send our reflection. There's not anything I can do sitting from this chair, but I can certainly share with you, and I can certainly interact with you. And I think you would expect of me to pause our programming until we have some kind of settling, some kind of peace agreement, some kind of at least ceasefire that we can then possibly change our programming and talk to some experts from both sides of the fence in a mild, calm manner as to actually what they think and what they feel, is the future. Now, if you can bear with me for a moment, I thought I had this up. It's a gorgeous little snippet from my father, who was on the way to synagogue, and his message is extraordinary. And what I want to share with you is, honestly, in 28 months that I have been creating this movie with my father, the stories I told my son, what I've learned from him and what I've learned from the experience is just how, and I want to use the word basic I will say classic, his comments are, and how much we can learn from just de-escalating our mind and making it really, really simple, and making it really basic and making it really understandable. And that's what the journey has been with my father and I feel it's impacted on me phenomenally, and I can't wait. We're a few months out from when I submit the whole thing to a group of a literary and a cinematographic foundation people. But why I want to share that with you is I sought solace from my father and my mother over the weekend. I've been staying at their place. I'm now there Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, all full time. Virtually, they're both out of hospital, doing great, and their mind is so active. And it's just extraordinary what my father came up with, and his sense of humanity. I adore and love him, both of them, but obviously with the project I've been working on. So can you all bear with me, please, because I need to get this up, and I might just go off camera for a moment. I hope I'm still on. Bear with me for a second, because I've got this message of peace from my father, and I want to try and make sure that I can play it, and I thought I could, and I don't know why. Right, here we are. Bear with me for a moment. Weinreich, who's my Sorry for these technical things. Excellent. I can see that we'll get on to it right now. Unbelievable. Okay. Hold on. So I want to ask you, why are you dressed up and where are you going this morning? And I will now try and get this going for us. Okay. So bear with me. Get that out. And it's just some new technology, and I've decided I'm not going to be scared of technology. So let's see if we can get this out, because I think it's truly worthwhile listening to what my father had to say about this matter. Share video file. Getting there, boys and girls. I hope you're having a good weekend wherever you are. I know that as we're talking, people are their lives are being killed. So, okay, so I'm going to start. I'm really pleased to say that we actually have it up. I can't tell you the warmth and the love that I feel from this show. And I am so pleased, as I was preparing the show, as I said, it just didn't feel right. And so this is a really quick show, a message of peace. We're going to just start it with the slice of my father. And here we go. All right, well, here we are, and we've got Joseph Weinreich, who's my co-author. How are you this morning?
Wonderful.
Excellent. I can see that you're dressed up like unbelievable.
Because I'm going to the synagogue.
Hold on. So I want to ask you, why are you dressed up and where are you going this morning?
Right. I'm dressed up properly, and I'm going to the synagogue and pray for peace for everybody.
So you believe peace will come eventually to the world?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because as the chief rabbi in London said,
yes,
if two people fight, both loses.
So if two people fight, both loses. And
people stretch their head in being friends.
Yes,
both are winners.
So you're going to pray for peace, are you?
Yes, absolutely.
Well, you look absolutely magnificent. Can you please wish everybody that watches Henry and Friends Live a happy Eid and a happy Shabbat?
Happy Eid, happy Shabbat.
And here's your card. Here you go. Good luck and pray hard. Huh?
Car.
Beautiful car. Take care. Wave goodbye.
Bye.
Show me your smile.
You know where to go?
Yes, show me your smile. Take care. Thank you. So there we have it. I think that says it all. We pray for peace. There are two sides to the story, of course. I have Palestinian friends. I have, of course, Jewish friends. And I just want to say to you all, let's be mindful of how we behave, how we interact. I want to thank you all for your time. We're now actually celebrating our very first quarter of Henry and Friends Live. And I look forward to excuse me, I look forward to us resuming our programming, but out of respect for the situation, the severity of the situation, where cities are burning and people are being bombed on both sides of the fence, it is only appropriate for all of us to pause, to pay attention to what's going on in the Middle East and pay attention to my perspective. I'm not trying to preach here, but let's just be more mindful and more understanding of each other. Shalom, salam, shalom, peace on our planet. Thank you very much. Our programming will resume when there is a peace or ceasefire. And it's interesting because what my father said is so, I was reading some comments and like, there's no way there's ever going to be peace and there's just not going to ever happen. But that emunah, which is a mystical Jewish terminology, which actually means living in the future now. And it's not about actually being realistic. It's about trusting and believing. And after speaking to my father, and he said he believes that peace will come, I believe that too. I hope this has been uplifting. I think it's been hopefully appropriate, respectful of my audience. May love descend upon the planet. We can never give up. Bye for now.